Imagine a remote island, a storm-battered lighthouse, and 3 men vanishing without a trace. What really happened on Eilean Mor in December 1900? On December 26, 1900, a relief crew reached Eilean Mor and found an eerie stillness where 3 experienced keepers should have been. Inside the lantern station, there was no sign of a struggle. Table set, an untouched meal, cups cold. Only the sea seemed to have the answer. The logbook, kept faithfully by the keepers, held final entries that were ordinary and routine, yet they only deepened the mystery. Listen to the dates that anchor this case. December 26, 1900. Those words would echo for a century of speculation. This is not a ghost story. It is a record of facts, of ordinary entries and extraordinary absence. We begin with what was found and what was not. The keepers were James Duckett, Thomas Marshall, and Donald MacArthur, seasoned men used to the sea and its fury, trained to read weather and machinery alike. They kept the light burning through gales and freezing spray. Their routines were precise: maintenance, logs, constant vigilance against the North Atlantic. Isolation shaped their lives. Months on a stone outcrop meant reliance on one another, on routine, and on the unblinking lamp that marked safety for passing ships. Letters home in the logbook were their tether. Every weather report, every maintenance note, a quiet reassurance to those on the mainland. Neighbors on supply boats remembered competent men who respected the sea. There were no enemies, no threats recorded, only the relentless weather and routine work. So when the relief party found silence, it contradicted everything those men had been taught to guard against. Their absence raised questions no routine could answer. The relief party cataloged what they found: beds that looked slept in, a chair pushed back, an unfinished meal, ordinary domestic details that now felt ominous. On the kitchen table, a pot of stew had been ladled but untouched. Nearby, oilskins and boots were missing from their racks, gone into the weather or elsewhere. The logbook entries were succinct, noting weather and tasks. Nothing frantic, nothing pleading. The last pages read like any other day on a remote light. Some signals suggested disturbance. A ladder snapped and found on the rocks below, droppings of rope and scattered tools leading toward the cliffs. Yet there were also signs that argued against a violent end. Food left, a kettle cooling, no blood, no footprints leading toward any boat. The contradictions multiplied. Investigators and sailors walked the rock, puzzled by the ordinary against the impossible. Each ordinary item became a clue and a question in equal measure. The logbook is our clearest voice from that day. Its entries were mundane: weather, maintenance, a keeper's routine. They give no comfortable answer. Many hypotheses followed: accidental drowning, a rogue wave, abduction by a passing vessel, a fight gone wrong, or something less earthly. Each theory meets its counterpoint. A rogue wave could explain sudden loss at sea, yet there was no debris field or bodies. The sea takes things, but it often leaves traces it did not hear. Human error or foul play. It would demand motive or a struggle. The scene offered neither. The keepers were competent and without known enemies. Supernatural explanations fill the gaps left by evidence, but an investigation must follow the facts. We weigh what is likely against what captivates the imagination. Modern analysis has revisited these clues, reinterpreting a snapped ladder here or a missing coat there. Even so, a complete answer remains elusive. A century of stories has grown around that silent station. Songs, books, and speculation turned 3 keepers into symbols of the sea's inscrutable power. Historians urge caution. Absence of proof is not proof of absence. The record is sparse, the evidence ambiguous, and that is where doubt remains. Today, the Flannan Isles and Eilean Mor stand remote and beautiful, their cliffs still carved by the same North Atlantic forces that claimed attention a century ago. For those who study such mysteries, the case is a lesson in humility. Sometimes the sea keeps its secrets and the evidence resists neat narratives. We close with the logbook's quiet reminder: routine entries become testimony when men disappear. The records stand, the people do not. We remember both, So what happened on Eilean Mor? We cannot say for certain. The evidence intrigues, the theories persist, and the island keeps its silence, inviting us to keep asking.